Hello, my YouTube friends and families. Today I brought you a yummy Gujarati recipe, Indian recipe. It's called Dal Bati. So here I have green split dal, lentils that I added to my pressure cooker. Then I have yellow split channa dal. Then I have masoor dal, orange split masoor dal. I washed them 3 or 4 times and then added enough water. Then I'm adding some cloves, cinnamon stick, bay leaf, and a dry green chilli. And then I added salt and a couple drops of oil. This oil is going to prevent water from coming out of the pressure cooker when it whistles. So that's a trick and tip for everyone. So time to close the lid and pressure cook the dal just for 2 whistles, 2 or you can do 3 whistles, but since I soaked the dal for 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna pressure cook for 2 whistles. Here I'm making the dough for the body. Look, there was my son. Okay, so here I have wheat flour, and then I have Semolina, Soji, that I'm gonna add to my flour to make the body crispy and give it a nice texture. This is like a fine Semolina. I already mentioned that I added salt. I'm gonna add some Ajwain over here, which is also called caramel seeds, baking soda. I have all the measurements in the description box below, so please see the description box. So the beauty of this bati is gonna be that we are not gonna cook in the oven, we are gonna cook on the gas stove. I am adding ghee over here. This is clarified butter or ghee. It's about 3 tablespoons. And then it's time to make a dough using water. So time to mix and makes your hand dirty. Time to mix and make your hands dirty. Yes, make it a dough, nice and tight dough. It's not gonna be very soft dough like roti, but it has to be tight. So why I showed you a thumbs up over here, it was just I was checking the amount of clarified butter. Is it enough? So how you check that? You just mix the dry ingredients and check, make a fist, and if it's good enough, it's gonna make a fist. So there you go, that should be the tightness. It's not gonna be too loose. So the dough is ready. Keep it on side. I made them into bowls, so I'm gonna show you how I did that. I already made the rest. I'm just gonna show you one. So it's a nice tight dough, and you gotta use both your hands. Do some exercise with your hands and fingers. Make it a ball, nice and tight, using 2 hands like I am doing it. And then you just, with the help of your hand, or you can use a knife over here, that's okay too. And then cut it into like 4, 1 and 2, not 4 but 2 halves, which is gives you a 4 cut. So there you go. The bowl and the bodies are ready. So there you go. That's how I made it. Now I'm gonna put that aside and I'm gonna preheat a big pan. You see the smoke coming out? Yeah, it has to be very hot. And then I have a grill over here, which I'm gonna put my batis on. You don't have to put no salt, no sand, nothing on the bottom. You just preheat the pan, put a grill on it, and put a batis on top, like your dough balls on the top, and then cover it. I'm telling you, it's gonna make same batis that you use in cooker, pressure cooker, or you make it on an oven. They taste the same. So I'm gonna brush with clarified butter or ghee over here a little bit on all the sides, so it gives a moist texture everywhere and not like a dry texture. So put butter everywhere and all the batis, and then cover it with a lid and let it cook on all the sides. All you have to do is keep checking on it, rotate it, apply the butter again, rotate it until it gives you a nice brown texture everywhere. See, I rotate it again, I flipped it over, and I'm brushing it with the butter again all over like the surroundings of the body. And doesn't matter if your oil is dripping on the pan at the bottom, that's why it's getting the smoke outside, but it's not gonna be harmful, or it's not gonna change your taste of the body. This body is so flavorful and it's so delicious. I'm telling you, please make it at home, and you don't have to go Rajasthan to eat it, or Jaipur, Udaipur to eat it. Again, time to close the lid, let it cook. Look at my bodies, they are so nice, big, fluffy. Wow, look at the texture. Isn't it yummy? So as soon as they are done, we dip it into the butter or ghee. You see the cut it has? Yeah, you dip it into ghee. I'm telling you, this is how you have to eat it. Don't worry about any kind of diet when you're eating this. It's gonna be so flavorful and full. You eat one or one and a half with your dal, you're gonna be full. So that's how I'm gonna do for all of my bodies, and they're gonna be nice and flavorful. So they are all ready. Yummy, yummy. Now it's time to give a tadka to our dal. Our dal is ready, pressure cooked. So I'm gonna add my oil to my saucepan, then adding some cumin seeds. Let it splatter a little bit. Then it's time to add Asafetida, Hing, some grated ginger, julienne ginger and grated garlic, my bad. And then split green chilies. Chopped onions go in there. As soon as my onion goes in there, I always like to add some salt, so it cooks faster. So mix it up with the salt and then close the lid and let it cook. After it's cooked with pinkish brown, it's time to add tomatoes. Time to add tomatoes. As soon as you add tomatoes, add all the spices. From my spice box comes in red chili powder, turmeric powder, coriander, cumin powder, dhania jeera, haldi, and red chili. There goes salt again. So you have to be careful with the salt because I add salt into, like, I added in salt in onions, then I added the part of tomatoes because I also added salt when my lentils dal was in the pressure cooker. So you have to adjust the salt consistency to your taste. Now mix it all together, close the lid. In about 2 minutes, let it cook. So after 2 minutes, you see my tomato are nice and mashy. I'm just going to mash a little bit. And my tadka is so much ready to go into my lentils. So this is ready. I'm just going to give 1 or 2 minutes again, close the lid and let it cook. Boom, there you go. Time to add my pressure cooked dal. Look at my dal, it's so nice and good. I already added my split bay leaves and red chilies and cloves. I'm gonna have everything sit in there. I'm not gonna remove any of my dry spices. And my dal is ready. I added a little water just to adjust the consistency. Now we have to let it boil for a little bit so that the tadka and the dal mix it together nicely. Friends, do share my recipe with your friends, families, and like, share, and subscribe. So I added some lemon juice at the end, and my dal is ready to serve. So dal bati, some onions. Thank you, friends. Bye bye.